Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Joyful Jessie. I am Jessie. Today I will simply like to share with you 5 very helpful tips that are going to help you and your children have a successful remote learning experience. So 2020 definitely threw a very unexpected curveball at us. And it definitely changed the way that we do things. One of the many ways that impacted us was in the field of education. Administrators, teachers, and parents definitely had to think outside the box in how our kids were going to be educated. And that's where remote learning came into play. 2020 forced many parents to be remote working from home and also forced many children to be remote learning from home as well. Even though this school year is almost coming to a close, I have to say that as a teacher and as a parent, I have definitely learned many things. And when I sit back and think about it, there's about 5 very important things that I have learned that are essential in order to have a successful remote learning experience. And I would like to share those with you today. Tip number 1, establish a morning routine. I have to say that morning routine is absolutely essential. By a morning routine, I mean do the things that you would typically do to get ready for school on a normal school day. So for example, kids get out of bed, brush their teeth, change their jammies, come down and eat breakfast. That would be a morning routine. For some students, if there is a certain style of clothes or a certain uniform that they wear to school, it might be beneficial to even wear that during their remote learning from home, just to help their minds get in the school mode. Tip number 2, I highly encourage you to designate a specific learning space at home. Whether it is the kitchen table, whether it is the couch, even if it's your child's room. It just needs to be a small area in where they associate their learning with it. I just highly advise that they are not laying in bed during the remote class. I mean, even as an adult, I start thinking when I'm in bed and I am cozy and I am snuggly, one of the first things I'm gonna wanna do is go to sleep. And it's not any different for them. If they're in their bed and they're snuggly and there's a computer screen in front of them and they're very tired, they are going to fall asleep. So if they're in their room, I highly advise that if there is no desk and their bed is high enough, they can simply use their bed as their table or as their desk. Bring a chair next to it. Sometimes maybe sitting on the floor might be better. And if they're in their bed, like I said before, just highly recommend that they're not all snuggly under their sheets. Tip number 3, get some headsets. I highly recommend getting some headsets for remote learning, especially when there are multiple children in the home and they're simultaneously remote learning at the same time. These are very comfortable, and particularly these are gaming headsets. I bought these for around $20. The way they work, you put them on. This right here is very nice and soft, so it doesn't hurt the inside of their ears. It has a microphone on the tip, so it picks up what your child is saying, not necessarily everything that's happening. And these also help muffle any surrounding noise. I know that at times some of you might have younger children at home at the same time and they might be playing or they might be watching something on TV. Having these will help eliminate the distraction for your student. Tip number 4, schedule in some screen breaks. By screen breaks, I mean that when they are not in class, in an active class at a specific time, for them to take a break from their computer and walk away. Think of it more as recess. Have them walk away from the computer. They can draw something, they can play a game, they can go outside for a walk, they can play outside for a little bit, just so they can get some of that blood flowing through their body and just come back re-energized for their afternoon session. And my very last tip, tip number 5, is for students to work on assignments when they are given. By that I mean sometimes teachers will schedule in class time for students to get started on their assignment. I highly recommend for them to actually use that time wisely and work on their assignments. If their class is over at the time, make sure to pencil in some time either at the end of the session or at the end of the school day before they turn their laptops off to make sure that they review all the assignments that were given to complete them. What happens sometimes is that students say, I will work on it later on at night, and the night happens and they completely forget about it. So when they come back the next day for the next class, they realize they have a current assignment that they have to work on, and now they also have to work on the one that they were given the day before that they forgot about. Before we leave, I want to give you one last bonus tip. And this last bonus tip is for students if they have other screens such as a cell phone, a tablet that is not related to school, a TV on during their scheduled class time. I highly recommend for those things to be turned off. What happens many times is that students receive a message or something comes on the TV that takes their attention away from the learning taking place. Sometimes they also wander off into different websites that do not have to do with what we're doing in class. So it's very important and very beneficial that when they are in class, they turn off those ringers so that they do not miss any important and crucial information during the lesson. There you go, guys. Those are my 5 helpful tips to help you and your child have a successful remote learning experience. Number 1, establish a morning routine. Number 2, designate a specific space for learning. Number 3, get some headphones. Number 4, schedule in some screen breaks. And number 5, complete your assignments when they are given. I hope that you are able to find those 5 tips helpful to you and your children. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please do remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.